CBS presents this program in color.
Thank you. Thank you. You know that 96 years ago today, a terrible thing happened. Right. The Great Chicago Fire broke out and swept over 2,100 acres, burned down more than 17,000 homes, and left 98,000 people homeless. And the damage amounted to about $196 million. And it all happened because a lantern was kicked over by Mrs. O'Leary's crummy, stupid, dumb chicken. It just goes to show, a crummy starting a fire.
This lantern was not kicked over by a chicken.
It was a stupid, dumb, low-life, crummy chicken with no class at all started.
I mean, it wasn't a dumb chicken.
It was a stupid, ignorant, backward, low-life chicken. It was a 40-pound killer chicken. It was a 40-pound killer chicken.
I don't care how much the chicken weighed. A chicken did not knock over that lantern. It was a cow. Maybe be a stupid, dumb cow, but it was a cow, and a cow kicked over the lantern.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, do you know what made that cow kicked over the lantern?
Now, how should I know?
A 40-pound killer chicken.
Now, how could a chicken make a cow kick over a lantern?
It was milking this cow, and...
and what?
Chicken had a cold beak.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars, Greer, Garson, The Association, Pat Paulson, the Jimmy Joy Singers and the Louis DuPont Dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra.
Gee, you smell great. Ooh, and your skin feels, it's getting late. I'd better go.
Tough luck, dear. But just smelling good isn't good enough. Your deodorant bar should be Phase 3, the only deodorant bar you can get with cream in it to make your skin feel soft and smooth. Now, let's see the difference Phase 3 makes.
You smell great, and your skin is so soft and smooth.
It's getting late. You'd better go.
See what a difference Phase 3 makes?
My name is Kay Collins from Davenport, Iowa, and I use Lux Liquid every day for dishes.
I'm a fashion model, and I never wash dishes.
And Jeff Collins is trying to tell which hand is smoother.
Seems as though I might have the same girl rubbing on both cheeks.
That close? Guess. Glad you used Lux, Mrs. Collins?
It makes your dishes shine and sparkle, and my hands are soft, too.
Switch to Lux Liquid for smoother hands.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Thank you. We'd like to start the show off a little different this time with a song that is dramatic and with a lot of message, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know I must always be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest.
The Impossible Dream from the Broadway show The Man from La Mancha. The story of the courageous, extremely brave Don Quixote. The song, The Impossible Dream, tells of his quest, his courage, his intestinal fortitude. And this song has a message for every living person, I think, in the entire world. And what does this song say to you? My brother, what does it say? What does it cry out and beseech you to understand, to assimilate to your heart? What does it cry out? What does it cry?
Oh, Dickie.
Yes, tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
The song.
The song, yes, the song. What does it tell you? Yes.
Ooh, if I could only say what it says.
Could you tell me? Yes, I what?
I can't tell you.
You don't know what it. You don't even know what it means.
You tell me.
I'll tell you, Tom. This message is too important to be lost. The message of this song, very simply and basically, is to fight for what you believe. If you believe something to be right, you fight for it no matter what the odds, no matter what the outcome. You stand straight and tall. And if you fight for what you believe, then you are a man, and you shall conquer.
That's right, like Moses.
That's right.
Like Moses.
Like Moses.
You tell him, Dickie, I'll do the music part. You tell him about Moses.
You don't want to tell him.
You tell him about Moses.
Okay, then Moses. Like Moses, who led the Hebrews out of Egypt, and they followed him. And he says, follow me, and I shall lead you to safety. But you think Moses never once had doubts? He had doubts, yes, he had doubts. But he believed, and he fought, and they followed. And when they came to the Red Sea, did he quit? No, he could have quit.
He could have quit.
The impossible dream to cross the Red Sea, that's impossible. But to Moses, he said, I believe, and he was right. For this holy man, Moses, the Red Sea parted.
And everybody said, Holy Moses, he did it. They did. They said it.
Did not
Yes,
say
they
it.
did.
And say anything else to it.
Some of them.
They did not say that.
Some of them said it.
No, not even some of them, Tommy.
One little kid in the back said it. He said, Holy Moses, he did it. Well, I heard it somewhere. Guess I said it.
That's right, and it's just not in history books, ancient history, that men were like this.
That's right.
Our country.
Like George Washington.
Right, George
The
Washington.
Impossible Dream.
Right.
George Washington, who was born in a little log cabin in Illinois.
No, Tommy, wait a minute.
Who grew up and he frayed the
That's
sleeves.
wrong. That's wrong. It's
Sleeves.
Abraham Lincoln had the frayed sleeves, and he freed the slaves.
No.
And he grew up in a little log cabin. You see, he grew up in a little log cabin. That was Abraham Lincoln.
No,
See, Abraham Lincoln was a great president. George Washington was a great president.
George Washington, with his mighty hand, could split a rail.
He did not. He was a gentleman. He didn't have to work.
Abraham Lincoln. It was Abraham Lincoln who tossed the coin across the Potomac. And he didn't make it. He got mad and he came home and he chopped down the cherry tree.
He did not?
Yes, he did. And his mother came up and said, who chopped down that cherry tree? And Abraham Lincoln says, I cannot tell a lie.
That's right.
It was George Washington.
Well, if anybody asked him, he had to say George Washington because George Washington did it. Now, let me review this, Tommy. Now, you're right about George Washington. He was a very honest man. He chopped down the cherry tree and admitted it. And then there's Abraham Lincoln.
Honest
Abe.
Abe.
Honest Abe. See, presidents they're very honest. Like Honest Abe and George Washington never told a lie. George Washington was the first president. He was a surveyor, you understand.
Yes.
And he threw this coin across the Potomac. Maybe he threw it.
It was Abraham
know.
Lincoln.
No. Think.
I'd like
Try thinking once. Give it a try. Think. Tom.
thought.
You thought about it. Let's just go on with the song.
You're wrong. I thought about it.
I'm wrong.
I believe in what I say.
Well, I believe
George
you're wrong.
Washington split the rails.
He did not.
Abraham Lincoln
Tommy,
lived in a log
Tommy,
cabin.
you want to read a book once
George
in a while?
Washington lived in a log cabin. And Abraham Lincoln...
Right. Abraham Lincoln lived in a log cabin.
No, he
You're right.
didn't. I
You're
believe
right.
I'm right.
If you read a book, you'd find out what you're talking about.
It doesn't make any
You have
difference.
no right to stand up here and
I
spout out-
believe.
Oh, I know you're supposed
I believe.
You should
You,
fight.
my brother said to believe.
I know I did.
Doesn't make any difference whether I'm wrong or right.
For crying out
I'm an
loud.
American. I'm committed.
Can't you? And the world will be better for this.
The world will be better for this.
That
One man scorned and covered with scars. Scarred and scorned with scars.
Still strong. With this last ounce of courage.
Last ounce of courage.
To
Scream the unscreamable screech.
the impossible dream. Boy, that's like really pulling teeth. But I'd like to thank you and say good evening and welcome to our show. We have a show tonight that we think you're really going to like. We have the Association on. And we also have a very great lady that my brother and I have fallen in love with.
Yeah, let me introduce her now.
Okay, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet a very lovely lady and a great talent, the lovely Miss Greer Garson. Is everything all satisfactory with you? Is anything?
Oh, no, everything's marvelous, Tommy. I'm having a wonderful time working with the Smuzz Bros.
I get it. You know, we'll be back in a minute to appear in a sketch in which I'm really good in. Don't you agree, Greer? Gee, that means a lot to me, coming from you. But we'd like to come on with a beautiful, exciting sketch that you're going to be crazy about.
Hmm? You
Aren't
said that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But right now, we'd like to welcome some old friends of ours back. The Association is one of the top singing groups in the nation, and they appeared on our show last season, and we found them to be, well, just terrific.
They are.
Public didn't care for them too much, but in spite of that, we decided to have them back anyway. And here they are singing Never My Love, the Association.
Ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you. Never my love.
Watch this widely used spray cleaner on greasy dirt. Works pretty good, but see how fast it runs? That can cause streaking and extra work. That's why Ajax came up with a brand new idea for a spray cleaner, specially made to help protect against streaking. Ajax concentrates its power where the dirt is. Wipe, and it comes clean. So get Ajax spray cleaner, specially formulated to help protect against streaking.
New Ultra Bright toothpaste, a taste you can really feel. New Ultra Bright gives your mouth sex appeal.
New Ultra Bright toothpaste. The kickiest taste, the brightest teeth, the freshest breath. That spells sex appeal.
New Ultra Bright gives your mouth sex appeal.
After Ultra Bright, everything else is just toothpaste.
Tonight we would like to present a scene from one of the great tragic love stories of history. The ill-starred romance between Bonnie, Prince Charlie of Scotland, and his devoted sweetheart, Flora MacDonald. In our scene, the part of the beautiful Flora is played by Miss Greer Garson.
Oh, Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young chevalier. Oh, Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling.
Charlie is me darling, me young chevalier. Not too many people know that this lovely ballad is about the handsome Bonnie Prince Charlie of Scotland, who in the 18th century led the Scots in rebellion against the British crown. Tonight we would like to retell this tragic story. In order to achieve the full impact, the part of Bonnie Prince Charlie will be portrayed by my brother Tom.
Good man, I'll not rest till Scotland is free and I am king.
You see, Bonnie Prince Charlie was the pretender to the throne.
I'm not pretending. I really want to be the throne.
Come on now, just do it straight, will you, Charlie?
So be it, Brick Moonlick Dick.
And so on one bleak morning, the flower of Scottish manhood followed their beloved Bonnie into battle against the English king's army.
Lay on, Macduff! Clansmen, follow me! MacGregor!
That will ever betray you, for we love our bonny prince. I, Flora MacDonald, your true love, will save you yet. Oh, hasten to me, my darling. You must say farewell, for you have to flee.
I must say farewell, for I have fleas.
Hey, Charlie, you don't have fleas. You have to flee.
So be it.
In her little thatched roof cottage in the glen, Flora waits for her bonny Prince Charlie to come to her.
Be still, my heart. I know he's coming to me now. I can feel it. He comes to me, silent as the heather on the hill, swift and secret as a whisper at midnight on the darkling moors. Ah, he comes to his lassie.
Lassie! Lassie!
Here, Prince, here, Prince. Bonnie Prince Charlie, my laddie.
Och, Flora MacDonald, me lassie.
Och.
Och.
Oh. My, you're a bonny laddie, I bet you are. You're a braw broth of a man, that you are. Aye, you're Scottish all through, Charlie. There's Scotch in your face.
Sure there is.
Aye, och, there is that. There is indeed. And there's Scotch in your walk.
Aye, there's that too.
There is. Ah, and there's a little on your breath as well.
There is that, too.
Oh, Charlie, you're insane, risking your life like this. And for what?
For the sight of you, Mr. McDonald's lass. Well, I was telling your father just the other day. I said, sir, if you don't mind my saying so, you've got the cutest little lassie in all of Scotland.
And what did Father say?
He broke my bagpipes.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, I didn't feel a thing because his daughter had already broken my heart. Oh, run away with me, Flora.
No, Charlie, it's no use. No, it's all over. The good times and the bad times and the wonderful times we had at Loch Lomond.
Aye, Loch Lomond.
Laddie, we'll drink. We'll drink to our memories of Loch Lomond.
Loch Lomond.
Lochheim.
Hark! It is the trumpets of the King's Guard. The English are coming.
Ah, the dirty Sassenachs.
Ah, those dirty hacking sacks. What shall I do, Flora?
There's only one thing you can do now, Charlie. There's a broad-break moonlight night. Now listen to me. Gang out the back door, and there's a wee bit boat waiting for you at the cove. Now gang your ain gate, man. Gang your ain gate over the brain by the old Achtermachty brig and down to the glen. And Garchie a whistle a whistle. Yeah, no whip nor spare, but just a wee wattle sore hazel. Yes, maze the sair darg, we try rock, the mithers blithers wither.
I don't know.
The smithers blithers.
My life is in danger. I don't know what you're talking about.
Charlie, what I said was you must go now and save yourself.
Oh, and what of our love, Flora?
'Twas never meant to be.
But, Flora, I can't say goodbye.
You must go now. Go and leave me with my memories of the Highlands, the heather on the hill, and the bonniest smile in all Scotland.
Goodbye, Flora.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Flora.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Flora.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Flora.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye. Flora, goodbye.
Goodbye, Charlie.
I'm up here, Flora. Goodbye. Goodbye, Dickie. Goodbye, Charlie.
And ladies and gentlemen, to this very day, there is a legend that says that out on the moors, when the moon is full and when the mist hangs low in the heather, you can still hear the ghostly voices of those lovers of long ago saying their last farewell.
Goodbye, Flora.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Flora.
Get lost, Charlie.
Inside every woman, there's a woman who longs to be free. Set her free with New Dawn. New Dawn, the 15-minute shampoo-in hair color. The back-to-nature hair color. New Dawn from Alberto Culver.
It's where the body is. Get set, style, body too. Get the new body hair set. Stays like new.
Get set.
Get who?
Get set, get set.
Want the great straight line? Get Set Body keeps it straight. Want it curvy? Get Set Body holds that curve. The set you want, you get. With new
Get Set
hair setting gel or lotion.
From Dick Smothers' new album, Saturday Night at the World, here's What Now, My Love? What now, my love? Now that it's over, I feel the world closing in on me. Here come the stars tumbling around me. There's the sky where the sea should be. What now, my love? A fool to go on and on. No one would care. No one would cry if I should live or die. What now, my love? Now there is nothing, only my last goodbye. Only my last goodbye.
I love the way you do it.
Thank you very much, Greer. Would you like to sit
Where's
down?
Tommy?
I don't know. He's supposed to
Oh,
be...
look at him. What's he doing?
Oh, Tom, destroyer of life.
Come on, get over here.
Destroyer of pretty things.
Come on, you're holding
He's
up...
not a destroyer. He's not a destroyer, Tommy.
Flower killer, you.
Come on, cool it, man. He's not killing a flower.
You florodausical maniac.
Now, come on.
No, that's... He didn't kill a flower. He didn't kill anything. That's an artificial flower.
That's right.
You're too cheap to kill a real flower, huh?
Now, come on. I mean, let me try to explain. I was just acting. It was part of the mood
It's
of the
getting
song.
into the mood. You know, you use a... Get off my dress and sit down.
You know, I was
Don't bother trying to convince him. 'Cause I've been watching your show, and, you know, there's nobody at home. So
You're telling me? You learned a lot quicker than I did. You know, I was very impressed, though, with the scene that you did with Tommy, and I was impressed with the way you handled the Scottish tongue. You feel so at home with it.
Well, you know, I am half Scottish.
I didn't know that.
What's the other half?
Viking.
Come on, you're not Viking. There aren't any Vikings.
Tommy, if Miss Garson says she's Viking, and don't tell her.
Thank you, Mr. Tom.
Well, you're putting us on.
No, I'm not.
You are too. If you were a Viking, you'd have those.
You mean I wouldn't be sitting here?
You wouldn't be sitting here.
No, well, I'm a very brave Viking, so I'm sitting here.
You'd have a sword, and you have a shield, and you have horns, you know, and then you'd have those helmet, and you'd be wearing those big metal brassieres.
Tommy, you've been seeing... You've been seeing too many Kirk Douglas movies.
You're right. I saw one. That's too many.
No, Tommy, you mustn't say that, or we'll be getting letters from Kirk's fans.
That's right, and he won't let us appear in any of his new Viking movies.
Well, I don't care. I don't like wearing those metal brassieres anyway.
All right, Tommy, you just shut up and sing.
You can't shut up and sing.
Try it. This is a song about two suitors in love with the same charming lady and how they tried to win her love. I'll give to you a paper of pins. That's the way my love begins. If you will marry me, if you will marry me.
That's how my brother's love begins, sticking people with papers and pins. But if you dare to marry him, I'm sure you'll get the point.
I'll not accept a paper or pins if that's the way your love begins. And I'll not marry you. No, I won't marry you.
I'll give to you a barrel of shrimp, an acre of clams, and a great big blimp. If you will marry me, if you will marry me.
Are you kidding? If you... No, I won't marry you.
That's right. I'll give to you the stars above, but I'll give you my catcher's glove.
But I can't marry both of you. No, I can't marry you.
I'll give to you a sailing boat, the prettiest boat that ever did float. A sailing boat that floats so free, if you will marry me. Wait a second, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing giving away my things?
Tommy, it's beside the point.
That's mine.
Well, I don't understand.
He's trying to win you over with my sailing boat.
Yeah,
the thing
well,
that
doesn't I was fair in love in war.
Well, that's my boat.
Okay, it's your boat. I won't give her your boat. She probably wouldn't like the crummy boat
No,
anyway.
wait a minute. That sounds interesting. Tommy, you mean you really have a sailboat?
Yeah, baby. See, I go out and say that 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
It really is.
That's real California living.
Oh, yeah, well, it's gets me pretty excited, too. But you got to know a lot about sailing. You got to know a lot about the nautical things. You just can't go out and sail. You got to keyhaul the bosun and rev up the brace and the mainstays and stuff, and then check the water and the temperature, and then when you're all ready to go, you go all the way around the bathtub.
Well, I guess that could be exciting.
Well, if you're in the bathtub with me, we can really work it. That's okay, Dick. You can give her my boat.
No, forget it.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Boys, I can't accept any of these things. Don't you see, material objects can never win love. I can't accept your sailing boat, the prettiest boat that e'er did float. And I won't marry you. No, I'll not marry you.
That's right, Dickie Smothers, see? For that is not where love begins, with coats and boats and papers and pins. Love begins where love is found, so let's go mess around.
How dare you speak to her that way? Miss Garson is our guest today.
Yes, let's wait until he's gone away, and then we'll mess around.
Okay.
I'd like to tell you, Tom and Dick, it's hard to know which one to pick. We cannot marry in the end, but we can still be friends.
We cannot marry in the end, but we can still be friends.
We'll be right back with Greer, Garson, the Association, and Pat Paulson on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
True art is but a shadow of the divine perfection. Y'all come back, here?
If you're thinking of smoking an extra long cigarette, choose the one that tastes extra mild, too. Pell Mell Gold 100s. It's extra long at both ends, more fine tobacco and an extra long filter, too. So Pell Mell travels the smoke farther for greater mildness. Puff for puff tastes milder than ever. Pell Mell Gold 100s or Pell Mell Menthol 100s. It's extra long at both ends.
The sounds you are hearing are not the sort of sounds you expect to hear from a pop group. But the young men of the association are tremendously talented, and tonight we ask them to perform one of their own compositions. It is a moving tribute to those who die without knowing why. And they call it Requiem for the Masses.
Mama, forget your pies. Have faith they won't get cold. And turn your eyes to the bloodshot sky. Your flag is flying full. At half-mast for the matadors who turned their backs to please the crowd, and all fell before the bull. Was the color of his blood flowing thin. Pallid white was the color of his lifeless skin. Blue was the color of the morning sky. He saw looking up from the ground where he died. It was the last thing ever seen by him. Have faith they won't get cold. And turn your eyes to the bloodshot sky. Your flag is flying full. At half-mast for the matadors who turned their backs to please the crowd. And all fell before the bull. Black and white were the figures that recorded him. Black and white was the newsprint he was mentioned in. Black and white was the question that so bothered him. He never asked, he was taught not to ask what was on his lips as they buried him.
Can a wife on a budget serve a hearty dish like this and save money too? Sure she can. So can you. When you cook the economical Reynolds Wrap way. Start with a really inexpensive cut of beef. Place the slices on a sheet of heavy-duty Reynolds Wrap. Sprinkle them with onion soup mix. Spoon on canned tomatoes. Add carrot strips and seasonings. Now bring up the Reynolds wrap and fold the edges. Reynolds wrap seals the juices in tight so they bubble up through the meat. Tenderize it as it bakes. Beautiful. That inexpensive cut of beef comes out so tender you can cut it with a fork. Strong, dependable, economical Reynolds wrap, oven tempered for flexible strength. Wouldn't you hate to be without it?
Let's consider as today's topic the new aspects of manly beauty. The 1960s have really witnessed a revolution in the appearance of the image of the American male. There was a time not so long ago when the epitome of American manhood was the cowboy of the western plains. Rough, tough, unkempt, unshaven, and every smelly inch a man.
Next.
I'm next.
I'm next.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wish you guys had learned to pick a number like they do at the delicatessen.
Any objections to me being next?
No, it's all right by me, Sweaty.
That's Smitty! How you doing, pal? Boy, am I tired.
Working hard, huh?
Yep, it's a mighty long day branding cattle and herding them sheep and feeding them hogs. You know, I got 1,000 hogs now.
Yeah, I know. You want any off the top?
Haven't time for that.
Yeah.
In 10 minutes, I'm meeting my gal at the church. You know, we're getting married.
Getting married, huh?
Yeah.
Well, ain't you gonna take a bath?
A bath? What for? I said I was getting married, not buried.
Yes, in those days a man didn't need a calling card. You knowed he was a-coming 2 blocks away. All this, of course, was before the cosmetics industry took over and started spending millions to convince the American male that appearance really counts, that attractiveness, delicacy, and beauty are the He-Man. Day after day, on his TV set, he began seeing commercials like this.
Mickey, your strikeouts are down and your batting average is way up. Have you changed your swing?
No, I haven't.
Using a heavier bat?
No.
Are you timing the ball better?
No, I don't think so.
Well, what are you doing different this year?
That's easy. I'm using a tank. It's a man's perfume, and the girls, they're just crazy about me.
Oh, don't leave me, you animal. Oh, I can't let you go. I need you so. Be good to me, you brute.
Listen, I'm 4 hours late for work already.
Oh, let them wait. Stay here. Stay here in my arms. Oh, I can't resist you. Not since you started using the new aftershave lotion, crude, with the medical ingredient, Bio Savage.
Will you let me go?
Oh,
They're
no.
not paying me $1.20 an hour to goof off.
That aroma, oh, it's so sweet. Gardenia, so masculine and so violent. The aftershave formidable, irresistible.
Yeah, well, I just put a dab behind my ears.
Oh, your ears. Your ears, they drive me mad. Mad. Oh, I'm so glad that you shave behind the ears, too.
I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.
No, no. Oh, I hate myself, but it's all your fault. You made me like this. You and your crude. You. Oh, promise me that you'll never blow your crude.
I'm going back to Witch Hazel.
this advertising is certainly having its effect, not only on the guys, but the gals too, I imagine. The He-Man of today is no longer afraid to be beautiful. He has willingly plunged into oceans of lotions, potions, and deodorants. He has donned silk and satin, and now at last he has taken the final step and looked to his crowning glory. So now let's have a look at some of the latest coiffures, especially designed for him. And here to show us one of the more popular models is Mr. Dick Smothers. This fetching blonde coif features a flirty bandeau bang with precise kiss curls at either side. High luster is a must for this do. And of course, the cut to start with must be skillfully layer-shaped to guide the contours around the style into line. Isn't it effective? Tell us, Mr. Smothers, is it difficult to keep up?
Why, yes, it is. It's very difficult to keep up, but you see, I just was not satisfied with that pixie cut.
He's so right. The pixie cut is out this year. Much too butch. But definitely in is this next creation modeled by Mr. Thomas Bolin Smothers III. This stunning and sophisticated style requires long shoulder-length locks and is achieved with the use of an inexpensive switch. Mr. Smothers, could you tell us, please, how you set those long bangs?
Yeah, well, the bangs are set by combing them over a wad of thick Corbin sausage. Absorbent cotton. I might add that when brushing through, the care must be taken to tuck the back into the flat twist. Fold the end smoothly and then wrap the braid around like that.
Well, you certainly know your pastiche. It's most effective, is it not? Where did you get the idea for this do?
Oh, I saw it on this girl I was playing pool with.
Well, the pool room isn't what it used to be. And this year, the fashion-smart male is bringing back the romance of long hair, as seen by our next model. I'd say bashful, yet bewitching. This entrancing style takes its cue from Lady Godiva.
Yes, it can be worn with or without clothes.
Indeed, yes. An added advantage to this lovely concept. You know, I can't help noticing that mound of hair over your right ear. What do you call that?
That's called a nest. The birds build it.
Birds?
Yeah, there's birds. Shut up, Lady Bird.
Yes. The American male has come a long way. From being an ugly animal to becoming a handsome brute. From the tops of his tousle locks to the tips of his bell-bottomed hip-huggers, he's a vision of loveliness.
These are men who are stout-hearted men who will fight over right. Start me with men who are stout-hearted men, and I'll soon give you 10,000 more. Hey!
many people say that these trends in men's fashions and cosmetics will lead to a blurring of the distinction between the sexes. And one day you won't be able to tell the men from the women. Well, personally, I think that's utter nonsense.
See the light. There's never been a better time to buy the original success car, Mustang. Right now, there are 2 all-new low-priced Mustang Sprints. Choose Sprint A, and you've got real value. A lean, strong 68 Mustang hardtop, specially branded with a distinctive C-stripe along the side. Add a pop-open gas cap, wheel lip moldings, and special wheel covers, and you've got the value Mustang of the year. Want more? How about Sprint B? This Mustang has all the excitement of A, plus a choice of roaring V8s. You also get white walls, style steel wheels, and fog lamps. This Sprint sale won't last forever, so check your Ford dealer's special low prices on Sprint A and B, and you'll see why the switch is on to Mustang, the original. See the light. Ford has a better idea.
Thank you very much, and I have to say for Tommy and myself, we had a great time doing the show tonight, didn't we?
I'm sure you did, because working with me is always a pleasure.
It is it?
Not only a pleasure, but a treat. I can say that because I speak from personal experience, having worked with myself for many years.
Well, I think that you are forgetting that tonight we worked with a great lady.
Not forgetting.
Don't forget that. She was a great lady.
I was just being humiliating.
Yeah, you certainly were. We were very fortunate tonight to work with a great lady, and we'd like just to say she was great. Miss Greer Garson, wasn't she great?
This has been a real fun show, and I think that let's give another hand to Mr. Pat Paulson and the association.
So we're running a little bit long, and just, before we say goodnight,
what?
I'd like to announce who we're going to have next week.
Right, Dick. Next week, the Smothers Brothers guest stars will be Diane Carroll, the first edition special guest star, Ricardo Montalban. Join us next week for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
We'll see you again next week. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Pre-recorded. This is Roger Carroll speaking.
Come to the coolest part of the forest and discover the cigarette that tastes extra cool, extra mild. Pell-Mell Menthol 100s, extra cool, extra mild. Extra long at both ends,
An extra length of cool-tasting tobacco. An extra long filter to smoke milder. Puff for puff, milder than ever. Pell-Mell quality with menthol.
The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was brought to you by Pell-Mell Menthol 100s, the extra cool-tasting, extra mild-tasting cigarette that's extra long at both ends. And Reynolds Wrap, the aluminum foil that's oven-tempered for flexible strength. Reynolds Wrap.